Hi everyone. Okay, so I have a few hours to myself. The girls have gone to the cinema with their nan, and so I think I think I've just defined self-harm by going to Ikea on a bank holiday when other people go. I don't really know why I've done that because it seems like I have time to go to Ikea any day I want, so I don't know why I decided to go this weekend, but I did, and it was busy and it was how you'd expect, and people were very aggy, very stressed out. But yeah, I wasn't. But I think, yeah, today I'm having a really like bleh day, and there's not really any particular reason, but I reckon it's raining, and Texas was a bit upset earlier about Ross, and she wanted to watch some videos that I've got, private videos that I've got on YouTube, of her and her dad on the lead up to his death. They were just sweet videos where she was kissing him and stuff like that. And I think maybe that, well, yeah, that did it probably, because it kind of, that time's the hard time, you know, like I can accept that Ross isn't here, but I find it really hard to look at videos of that time now. I know that they're useful for me to look back on, and in time it will be useful for my acceptance of what happened there, but right now is probably not the time. When I see Ross in that state, even though the girls wouldn't be able to tell, like they would just see, oh, dad's just not speaking or whatever, but I obviously know what was happening in those videos, and I know how Ross was at that particular time, and so I find that really hard because I can see the sort of vacant look in Ross's eyes, that he was brain damaged by then, and so that's difficult. Although there were still pockets of Ross at the very beginning of the hospice, by the end there really wasn't, and so looking at that, I find that hard right now. That's something that I will have to look at further down the line. I'm not really there to deal with that yet. But yeah, so I think it's just that this weekend, and then everybody's doing family stuff, so that matters. And it's not like I haven't got a family. Obviously I've got a family and I've got people around and stuff, but people go away and they're couples and they go on holidays and they do their things with each other. And even just being Ikea, I've talked about Ikea before. Again, why did I go there today? I don't really know, but I just wanted to get some stuff. I like to do stuff when I think about them, a bit spontaneous. But yeah, I think it's probably that as well. I guess like any sort of big holiday, when everybody's together and you can't really do that much, you can't really meet up with people because they have plans with their families and stuff, and I think that just heightens it for me that Ross isn't here and it's me. And even though I have like amazing people around, I guess that that's always going to be something that's in the background that I'm like, it's one of them though. And overall I've been really good. Like I haven't, this is like just a random low day, which is probably why I'm noting it, because, well, I want people to understand that it's not every day that I'm cool, but equally most of the time I am. So I've had a few messages of people that are like, you don't have to be tough all the time, and I find it a little bit weird, because I'm like, I'm not trying to be anything, like I'm really not, I'm just being. And actually largely I feel good most of the time. What you see on social media, I don't post. Like I'd never do a post on social media if I was sat here like bawling my eyes out, and then I would never go on a post on social media and be like, hi, I'm fine. Like I just wouldn't do that. It'd be so disingenuous, and I've never done that. I've never faked it, which is why I'm doing this video, because it's not that I'm proper low, but it's just to kind of have balance so people can understand that grief wise, like it looks not, I guess it looks different to maybe you imagine it, and actually the majority of the time I'm really accepting of what's gone on and what's happened. And even though there'll be times throughout the day where I'll just be like, oh wow, yeah, life's changed, there's lots of good stuff that have happened since Ross has died as well. It's not like every moment has been bad, loads of good stuff has happened. So, and the girls are a lot better than they were even just pre-Christmas, they're lots more settled. But then equally, I think I'm more settled. I'm starting to get a sense of what it's like to be a single mum, and trying, you know, getting better, not amazing, but getting better at organising that, and that makes me a calmer mum, which in turn gives me calmer children. You know, I fully understand that it all, you know, it's a circle and it's all kind of coming from one place. So I think the kids are better. A lot of it is, you know, some of it's time, but also because I'm better most of the time, and I'm more mum, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm starting to enjoy and I'm not just going through the motions and kind of going, right, this is what I was doing before, this is what I'll continue. Or, you know, there's more of a actual realness about it. There's more of a, I don't know, maybe more stability, more how I was before. And so that's really useful for the girls and for me, because I'm enjoying it more, even down to cooking meals, because we haven't had a kitchen for a while and we've got a kitchen now. And even that, being able to really proper cook meals again, which I had, which is funny in my voice, isn't it? Cook meals. I haven't really been able to do that. So that kind of normality is new, and it helps. It really helps with the girls. And what I'm finding is Brooke's kickoffs are just normal kids kickoffs now, rather than the emotional stuff I was seeing before Christmas and maybe even at the beginning of the year. So that's good. And obviously they still cry at times, and Ross is brought up all the time. I mean, there's not a day when Ross isn't mentioned. We talk about him constantly. It would be weird not to. And I've always encouraged that. You know, I will say all the time, oh, Dad would have loved that, and things like that. So that's a constant, and there's no, you know, nobody around us pretends that, you know, tiptoes around or anything like that. There's no like, yeah, there's no fear of that. The kids talk about their dad all the time. But equally, I don't force it with them if they don't need to, you know, because sometimes they just don't, and sometimes they're just getting on with their life, and that's important too. But yeah, that's where we're at. Lots of good things are happening, and I feel like, again, I guess it's springtime, isn't it? Springtime makes us shift, and I'm feeling that shift. And business-wise, I'm shifting some things, and lots of nice things are happening. I've been nominated for Influencer of the Year with the Brain Tumour Charity, which I'll link below if you fancy voting for me. That would be lovely. I've got some talks that I'm doing at the Women Who Achieve Awards. What else am I doing? I've got my workshop on the 22nd, my next workshop. That's the Happy Me Project workshop. So if you're in the Midlands in the UK, or just if you're in the UK and you fancy a trip out, it's a Sunday, come and see me, book your tickets. And again, I'll put a link below. And yeah, loads of nice stuff is happening. I'm going to start doing some one-on-one coaching again, which I've only had very few clients over the last year, but that'll be something that I bring up. And if you are running your own business, or you're looking at mindset type stuff and you want to feel good, then we can chat a little bit more about that and how I could maybe help you with that. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick this is where we're at kind of vlog, because you all ask me and it's nice and stuff, and I just want to be real with you, as real as I possibly can be. Like, obviously I've said before, I don't show every element, but equally I would hate to think that, I don't know, that there's a falseness, because there really isn't. Like, I kind of just do things in my way. It's never regular, is it? But I just go, I'll post when I feel like posting, and I won't when I don't. And that's my life right now. It's a little bit hectic still, but it's getting more normal. My normal, which is definitely not the standard, but it's getting more kind of organised and stuff. And now I'm going to put together all this Ikea stuff that I've got, which is probably going to annoy me. But I am going to go and get myself an ice cream and a cup of tea, which is brilliant. And then the kids are going to bool in a minute and create havoc, probably. Have you seen, you're probably wondering what that is there. Just a massive bear. Yeah, it's Biggie Smalls. Anyway, see ya. Peace.